Hey, so Lahana, so glad to see you. We had such a good time last time. We're going to have Angel Wings back on, and we're going to have another click in party. And I brought my drum. So we'll have music. Um, we'll see what comes up. Who knows? Could be almost anything. Um, Hey, let's see who all we have in here. Oh, there's my big hand coming at you. Ooh, it's my hand. And the cowboy is camped out in front of the fan. He's not up here. And who can blame him? My little cowboy he knows where it's at. It's at where it's cool. He's a cool cat, See if I can get this straight now. I had it straight earlier. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Technology or a lot of technology, blah, 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 blah. Whoops. What the heck was that? Anyway, who else here? Ooh, Richard the Red was the first one in. The non-ginger redhead, non-ginger Viking. Off D hook. Okay. So, hello. I am Ocean. D-Ocean of D-Ocean's Deep Woo, and here we do the deepest of woo. And basically stuff that most people are still wondering about, we pretty much accepted as being part of our discussion. So we talk about all kinds of woo kind of things. Woo, That's why I named it that. It's like, what do you call that? It's not just metaphysical. It's not just paranormal. It's not just spiritual. It's not just cryptid. It's a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Woo, So, I mean, it's matrix theory, glitches, uh, Mandela effects, time slips, clairvoyance, remote viewing. As far as I'm concerned, it all exists. And it all has a place here. Hello, Indie Groove. And if it exists, we'll discuss it. Sure. So, basically, whoa, just can't quite get the camera today to be. Oh boy. It just won't. It has days when it cooperates and days when it just don't. Okay. Maybe that works. I don't know. We'll find out. And who knows? I'll try not to be too attached to the results. And then maybe it won't matter. Hello, Pam. I am Pam. We have to say that every time. Indie Groovy is in. Calling family. Come in, family. Whoa. Our other family's coming in. Hello. We had so much fun last time. We decided to just keep the party rolling and have Angel Wings in and whoever else wants to click in. Um, and probably Angel Wings and I are going to be collaborating a lot more. We had a discussion. We decided, you know what? It's like most of you, I am cool with you having my number, okay? I I get really tired of trying, and she does too. She says, "I'm so glad you just called me because I get so tired of trying to catch up with people through email and Facebook and all that crap." And it's like, me too. Once you're here and I know you well enough, I'll, I'm usually okay with letting you have my phone number. So, like Pam has my phone number, and I would I would feel safe giving it to Off D. Maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. So we can do a Yarn Pirates video. Off D, you know what we gotta do? We gotta crochet that up, don't we, girlfriend? We gotta crochet. We gotta start crocheting pirate stuff. Little pirate hats and maybe maybe we could do stop motion pirate figures, yarn pirate figures. I don't know. We got to figure out how we're going to do that. But I think we should do that. I think we should really have a little. Are you saying that was a banger? I think Indy was saying that what I was playing there was a banger. What? No. Doggone. Anyway, love you too, honey. Um, well, I noticed since I got rid of, or I shouldn't say got rid of, since I crossed over the the different aspects that were stuck, basically, I've been a lot happier. I'm getting happier. I'm getting less problems with depression and stressing less. Um, just in general, life is getting better since the last session where we were doing light language and healings with crystals and stuff. I'm feeling better in my abdomen. My stomach is feeling better. I think I'm gradually healing up the core wound, and we plan on doing more of that kind of thing. hmm We're doing more of that kind of thing because we like it. We enjoy it. We enjoy spreading the love, spreading the healing, um, spreading the joy. So I am feeling better, and well, I keep on taking. You know what? And she does the same dang thing. A lot of us do. We take on these really huge things. We do these crazy things, and just expect to feel just fine, like it's a typical day afterwards. And it's not. It takes a toll. Um, of course, you get better, but, sometimes you got to heal up. I mean, you know, we've done a lot in this group. And I mean, my old group, the original core group, we did a lot. We did a lot. Um, we did some badass stuff, seriously. So I can't complain. But yeah, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna be like kicking ass in the physical world. You're gonna feel it. So let me get to where I can read your chat much easier. Oh, that ain't it. Come on, where are you? Hello, hello, hello. This is the Queen. Do you? By the way, do you like my? Yeah, there I am. Okay. Bang, bang, bang on the roof, baby. Knock a little louder, sugar. Okay, so um, we we were having dragons. We had our star. Now this is my theory, and I've already discussed it with Angel Wings and Gemini too. They concur. This is probably what happened here. Is the dream I had where my grandfather was calling me and saying, "You're going to come up to see us in a couple of weeks." Well, that was about a couple of weeks ago. And what happened? Well, during the last show, I was talking about our frequencies were raising, and our frequencies rose high enough that I started seeing my family, my star family. And Otholo, which I'm so glad he showed me a placard with his name on it so I could get the name. He even showed me how to spell it in English, Otholo, who is a huge white lion with wings, and a Lyran, an elder Lyran, very powerful. But I was hearing grandfather, and in the dream on the phone was, this is your grandfather. Your parents tell me you're coming up to see us in a couple of weeks, something like that. We saw him. I think that may be what happened. So there is a chance that the dream has been fulfilled, because that was basically what happened. Was um, I saw them come up to see us. Come on up and see me sometime. Um, so, and apparently, Angel Wings and I have family in common. We're related. It doesn't surprise me. I'm probably related to most of you, or maybe all of you. I mean, seriously. Uh, from star lineage, maybe not physically, but star lineage wise. Um, hey, Woo Rider, how you doing? It's all about the woo. All about the woo, about the woo, about the woo. All about the woo. I gotta rewrite that song, make it all about the woo, right? Instead of all about the bass. All about that woo. So, yeah, so she says, well, I gotta take a shower first. And I said, okay. I usually have to do that too. And it's a funny thing. I quite often have to take, I don't feel good unless I take a shower before I come on. At some point before I come on. It doesn't have to be right before, but has to be before. I have no idea, but she said it has something to do with grounding. I think it has something to do with washing off, and getting rid of some of the energies that collect. So, that's my feeling. But so anyway, that's what Angel Wings is off doing right now. But this is just a general discussion and a click in show, like as advertised. And so, with that, I'm going to post the link, and any of my subscribers that want to come in and say a few words, please come in and do so. And I have set it so that if you want to, I think I have set it. So if you also want to stream to your channel, you can do that. Okay. Think. Sensory experience. Yes, an uncensored sensory experience. As you know, we both have dragons. We hanging around. We both deal with dragons. We both deal with. We're clairvoyant. I tend to bilocate. I have a feeling she might as well. I don't know. Um, Cowboy bilocates. Oh, that's so funny. You know how cats copy everything you do, right? He showed up to people before, though. I swear he bilocates too. Um, Mr. Mew, you've been bilocating lately. He's been sleeping like nobody's business. It's been hot. So, it's been pretty hot here. We had a nice storm. It was, I know, nice storm. I like them. I feel good during storms. I don't have a problem with them. But yep, I know, Pam. He travels. He's a traveler. He did to Lewis too. He showed up to Lewis, and I think there was somebody else too that said they thought they'd saw him hanging around, and just kind of in passing. Um, doesn't surprise me anymore. What kind of cats am I going to have? What kind of pets am I going to attract to myself? Hmm? Think it's going to be just normal ones, just like any old thing? No, no. I'm going to end up with. I figured that out. I'm going to end up with something a little different. That's okay. I'm cool with it. I'm really cool with that. He's You got a visit from David. David, did you go and visit her? Did you play any tricks? He's, I totally believe that. He gets around. He gets around, round, get around. He gets around. He gets around. He is the busiest dead guy I ever saw. I mean, for being passed on, he is everywhere. He's just all over the place. I guess once you shuffle off the mortal coil, you just don't have any limits as to where you can go. Oh, you call me the next day. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, really, Pam, your mediumship has been kind of poking out this whole time, honey. Uh, and I think it's kind of one of your, not really that you're not really, kind of like me. You haven't really acknowledged it for that, for being that. Sort of like I didn't. I didn't think of it that way. It was just something that happened. And I never thought to myself, oh, I'm a medium. That's what it is. It's mediumship. That's what it is. I mean, there was a point at which I had something that was so obvious happen, and it was with somebody else who it was like undeniable that I was talking to her dead friend, and and I had to sit there and think, I'm a medium, and it's probably was a surprise to nobody that knew me very well, except myself. I just never thought of myself that way. It's like a title, it's kind of abstract, and, you know, no, I'm not a medium, I'm just some chick that talks to dead folks. Uh, uh, that's what a medium is. Okay, mediumship. Just saying. Okay. Best friend came to tell me goodbye. Maybe he did. Not everybody that comes to visit is dead, though. I've learned that. Some people are alive. Some, like Cowboy's, still alive. He just went visiting. I showed up, and I was just visiting. I wasn't dead. So it doesn't always mean that they are. However, quite often it is. If you haven't seen them in a while, heard of them in a while, heard from them, they show up, yeah, they might be giving their respects. So, yeah, that's usually when they come, is right in between dreams or like right between dreaming and waking up. Yeah, oh, you lost touch years ago. Well, you're about to be in touch again, I think. You're in touch again. Chances are they were thinking of you. Lewis snuck in here. Hey, how you doing? Sasquatch shows up. That's right. Sasquatch shows up to me. They're still alive. Um, bears and kitties. Yeah. Well, off the hook. There you go. I mean, he probably realized that. He probably missed you too. As a matter of fact, I would say we're going to need these abilities. Don't be afraid to use them. Don't be afraid to say, hey, my friend, uh, if you want to visit and talk, you know, visit and have a chat. Because, I mean, feel the energy to make sure it's really them, of course. You want to have discernment. But, you know, they're your friends, they're your family. I mean, I don't know why there are some people that are terrified, and it's like, I understand there are evil things that will try to masquerade. You know what? It was funny because Yolana said that to me. Aren't you worried that some evil things are going to masquerade as your family. And I'm like, well, if they do, it's not going to go well for them. And it didn't. Because it's like right after that, something did try to masquerade as my mother. And I shoved my sword right down its throat, too. So, yeah, I would pretty much say that if you're planning on doing something like that, that maybe you should just think again. And actually, something was, I guess, coming at us, me and Angel Wings last time. And that was when our family all showed up. It's like, it's like some kind of dark thing trying to roll up on. And I got warnings, actually from card readings, that somebody's trying to somebody in the dark there is gonna try and do something to you, but it's not gonna work because you're way too protected. Well, that happened when Angel Wings and I were here. Something dark tried to roll up on us, and suddenly all of our families show up and just stand there, and they're huge and powerful. And it's like, really think you want to do that, pal? And then it's like, it's like yip 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 yip. Ah, yeah, yeah. I don't think you want to do that. Don't. I mean, I remember the time that I had all these things flying at my third eye, and they were hitting my head so hard. It was kind of giving me a headache, and it was knocking the lens out of my glasses. But they were dying on contact. They were just dropping dead. They were lying dead all over the place. I'm like, well, that wasn't very smart. It was like a whole flock of something. And I'm like, you guys are nuts. And I guess you must have wanted to die. You must have wanted to have an end to you. Um, yeah, you come in and attack me. You must be wanting for it to end for you and be recycled into something better. That's what we do. Oh, you're trying to be a catfish? Diana is a sexy Mexican? Ah, he's flirting with a sexy Mexi. That's Lewis. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Good luck. Hmm. So, anyway, I've had quite an interesting time in my life. I was on somebody else's show, I think last night. Was it last night? It must have been last night. Last night. I don't know. They had a click-in party, and I was so shocked I hadn't seen him in ages. And I clicked in, and we had a big, long discussion. It was pretty good. Um, it was a pretty good discussion. Better than the African romance scammers. Oh, I sure hope it's better than that. That's why I got so tired of Facebook. Everything was data mining, data mining, data mining, data mining. Everybody who flirted with you wanted all your personal information. It was horrible. Oh yeah, Hook. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, very good chance. Yeah, he's passed on then, which means it'll be that much easier to contact him. You can actually contact them quite easily. You just think of them in there. They can hear you because everybody's more or less connected. Uh, they can tell when you're thinking about them. So, yep, yep. There's a very good chance that that's exactly what happened. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, they don't live forever. Some of them make it quite far, though. Oh, that's good. Mm. Yeah, I know. I always end up meditating in the shower too. Here is angel wings finally. Finally, it's about time. Oops. Nope. That's the wrong. Oops. No. Oh, come on, you. Come on. Give me the invite link. It's up there, Angel Wings. No, it doesn't want to give you. Oh, here it is. Okay. Come on. Try to talk nicely to the AI, not curse at it. Right. No, it was supposed to be 20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad about. I have some friends too that I know they're probably going to go. I have lost touch with. I know they're probably going to go. And I know I'm probably going to see them when they go. Yeah. Well, you look like the drummer from Guns N' Roses. Well, I'm glad he's happy. He's probably way happier now. I really think people get into these things. They're not happy. They get in trouble because they're not happy. It's a hard, this is a hard reality to deal with. It's not easy. And I sometimes think that it's, I know that at least one of my friends, and unfortunately this friend is a cokehead, um, was just saying, how in the heck did you go through this? Uh, how did you go through this without something stronger than, just weed? And I said, well, I'm not sure, really. I guess I'm just a real badass, but um, I do understand if people get themselves involved with things because it can be a very grueling path. Not everybody makes it through all of it. Not everybody makes it through the whole course. And some of them, they were never meant to make it through the whole course. Um, some of them, met him at the Palms and Vegas. Oh, interesting. So, yeah, not everybody makes it through this course. It's too hard, and some of them bow out, and just don't want to have to deal with it all. It's hard. It's really hard to go through some of the tests and some of the stuff. There's a lot of sorrow. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of physical, mental, emotional challenges, and it's just one after another. And sometimes it's several together. It's not that simple. So, are you coming in, Angel Wings? Hmm? That's the link, by the way, guys. The join link. If you want to join, it's once again. Yeah, please smoke weed rather than any of the more dangerous things. You don't do heroin. Please don't. Um, and cocaine is very addictive too. Dangerous. Meth, all that. Don't do those things, huh? They can hurt us. Now, you know what? The natural stuff, mostly us, it it don't kill us. It, that's not what kills us. I mean, even some people even do the very, very harsh natural stuff, but it doesn't kill us. I can't, I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying go out and do that. But it seems like I know people like us that can take huge amounts of, for instance, Aya, no problem. But I guarantee you get them on one of the other ones, like meth or heroin or cocaine or whatever. I have a feeling that would do you in. Eventually, that would do you in. So, but that's just an observation. That is not a scientific or in any way is it necessarily, it's just an observation. That's all I'm saying. Okay. uh, oh, yarn addicts. Well, Lewis, maybe you're going to be a yarn pirate too. Yeah, avoid meth and heroin for God's sake. so, so I put the link. Where's Angel Wings? She's supposed to be in here. Angel Wings, I'm going to kick your butt. I'm going to kick your butt if you can hear me. Maybe she's naked yet. She just got out of the shower. She might still be naked and not wanting to come on without dressing up a little bit. But she was here for a minute and then she disappeared again. I don't know what happened, man. You know how these things are. I gotta watch. Every time you touch your nose, it looks like you're picking your nose or something. Touch your face. It looks like you're picking your nose. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, throwing clothes. See, that's what I thought. Yeah, throwing clothes on. Yeah, I knew it. I do the same doggone thing. I'll be throwing clothes on just before trying to make my hair look okay, and sometimes it doesn't. And I just put a hat on. Ah, a click in mukbang. Ah, click in mukbang. Woo! Well, that'd be something. I mean, if we knew about it in advance, we could have a yeah, we could have a potluck dinner, an online potluck dinner or something. So, kind of too bad we won't be able to taste each other's recipes, but yeah, we could eat together online at some point. Hopefully, we will be able to see each other at some point physically. That would be nice. Mm. I um I do want to say that I did want for the people who have just come in. I am feeling better right now, and I'm still having problems with some swelling, but it's better. I'm the thing, whatever's going on in my abdomen, it seems to be somewhat abating. Hopefully, it's just going away, whatever this feeling is here. Maybe we can get rid of the, maybe we can just totally get rid of some things. But we're going to be doing some, going to be trying some healings and some light language, just every kind of thing. Any kind of thing that we think of that we want to do. What do you guys want to talk about? Because really, you know, it's open discussion night. I was just telling somebody how I I will take a theory and run with it until something better comes along. Like for instance, Matrix. Matrix theory explains so much. I mean, there's so many weird things that the Matrix theory explains that right now it's my working hypothesis that I'm going with. I'm accepting that it probably is true. That it, like 98% sure that it is. But if something comes up to the contrary, I will be glad to adopt that. Something comes up that's better, explains everything better, and makes more sense and feels more true. I'm fine with that too. And I have no money on any of this, right? So, Mark the Ark Spork. Oh, Spark. Hello. Mm-hmm. Aw. Well, Chloe's easy to love, isn't she? Hey, Mark the Ark Spark. Okay, we have Mr. Spark. So, get out your tricorder. Love to hear what I know of the void. Well, it is a character, kind of an anime character, isn't it? In the form of a black cat. The void. Well, what it seems like to me that the void is the crow is in the animal medicine cards, the totem animal of the void. And I'll tell you the story of the crow in the animal medicine cards. And it goes like this: Crow, one day, looked down and noticed his shadow and started pecking so much at his shadow that the shadow woke up and ate him. And now Crow lives in the void and has no sense of time. Crow is Crow's meanings, among its meanings when it comes up in the card deck, is karma and also the void, of course. Uh, but that's also a magical place because before there was stuff, there was the void. Before there was anything, there was the void. So, uh, as far as I understand it, it is the place from which things comes, which would have a relationship to the causal plane. Um, I don't know if that's what you needed to hear or yes, the crow. Okay, so Pam is making all kinds of cool emojis. Yeah, the movie The Crow, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, too bad about that, isn't it? That Brandon Lee, all of the Lee family got it. Just died at way too early. So you're on, as far as I know.
Hello.
Hello. We've been wondering where the heck you are, woman. I
Well,
have to come over there and kick your butt.
I had to throw something on, and then I'm like, I couldn't find anything fast enough, so I grabbed the nearest outfit, and it turned to be a little snug, but I squeezed it on.
Well, that's okay. We can only see from like, about the shoulders up, so you won't even know. I could have no pants on, like Scotty.
Oh yeah, where is
Actually,
that turkey? I didn't see him in there yet.
no, I haven't seen him. I actually don't have any pants on, but I have a dress on.
Yeah, I have a dress. Actually, that's funny. I have a dress on too.
Yeah, it's too bad about Brandon Lee. The whole Lee family just, it's kind of sad. Yeah, Chinese Mafia, you bet. Uh, so Louis Ta's mind is on meeting women.
Oh, did
Yes,
I tell
that's
you about? Did I share my unique experience with you yet this morning? I had.
unique experience. Okay.
Ah,
Had
I
nothing
was
to do with Unix. Okay, good.
unique.
Okay, I'm kidding. Unique at so uniqued up on somebody.
Well,
Okay. I'm,
I was
I'm totally giving you shit because you're late. Okay, tell us.
I was bossed about by my dragons.
So you got story overlords now, huh?
Yeah, in a balloon,
Yep.
no doubt. In
Story
a
overloads.
float.
Huh?
Well, I buy these floating helium balloons because there's a specific group of dragons to keep their colonies separate from the rest of them because they're territorial. They turn around and have their little home inside a helium balloon.
They like helium.
Yeah.
Do they have funny voices? Like when they growl, do they go,
I don't know, but
Yeah, I can't even imagine what that would sound like. Dragon growl in helium. That would be
oh, I know.
weird, wouldn't it?
Well,
You
because
gotta
it was
get.
because remember you've seen it before. I'd showed pictures of that balloon floating way up over by my closet, way up in the high ceiling.
Mhm.
And before I know it, suddenly it's dropping down after my kid says, I want mac and cheese, I'm hungry. And I sit there sipping my coffee, trying to finish my coffee first. I'm not allowed to finish my coffee, I guess. They were all impatient. And the balloon literally floated all the way to my kitchen. Well, the curtain was blocking it a little bit, so I moved it. I held the curtain for it to go through the doorway. And it parked and hovered over the cat dish. It wanted food.
If it's
They're the
hungry.
ones that steal my cat food.
I'm wondering if the dragons are taking the water, all of the water that's disappearing.
Maybe, because now That very balloon that hovered over there sat in front of my fan and chilled and waited and watched me while I made the chicken too and mac and cheese. But now and then it came back in here, floated around, and then it bossed me to fill up the water in the corner. So I fill up the water in the corner and everything's spectacular. But now it wasn't good enough. And they turned around and went into the bathroom. Now the balloon is sitting in the bathroom, so I filled the tub up with water. And now that's where it's hanging out.
I mean,
That's
seriously, this
funny.
is the kind of concerns that we have when we take up this lifestyle. It's it's not just a profession. It's not just it's a life. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. So Mark, the Arc Spark, okay, wants to know what we know of the void because he sees it in his mind's eye at times and haven't figured out why. What does it look like to you, Mark? Can I ask you that? Oh, you have a crackly connection, he says. Sound fine here. So
Oh,
maybe Mark has a crackly connection. I don't know.
because you
Sound
sound fine to
fine.
me.
Yeah, well, I heard a little bit of clicking right then, but not really bad. I've had way worse connections, and the StreamYard is not always, you know, it sometimes has some problems. But space between dimensions in the astral realm, yeah, or a liminal space. I think I might call it a liminal space, which is a space where stuff is sometimes, but not always. Mostly it's empty, but stuff comes from it. So it's like I'm getting info that it is like the cauldron. It's like the magical cauldron, from which I'm trying to hear the name.
Well, I've seen it described before as black and white. Someone drew a picture of it once, seeing a city through one of the doorways in the void, and it came up as a black and white. So maybe it's something that hasn't. Maybe it's like a place where manifestation comes from, and it
Yeah,
hasn't fully developed yet.
might be compared, I think, to the causal plane, which I am told is where everything is before it arrives in matter. So I know void is where things come out of. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, will we really understand the void until we can actually take a little look see? I suppose we could try to take a look see in astral. Would we come back? I don't know. Is it a black hole? I don't know. Because, I mean, there's a theory that a black hole spits out on the other side a white hole, and a white hole just stuff comes out of a white hole, it goes into a black hole, comes out of a white hole on the other side. Could it be that the void is a black hole, white hole? That, the
A
black
bit of
hole is
both.
of the void and the white hole is the other side? Could it be? I don't know.
Hmm.
Theory,
Could be why
working
it's
theory.
could be why it was viewed as black and white.
That's right. It could be. Uh, that could be exactly why. That's what I was thinking. Um, Mark says he sees it as a purple triangle and as a galaxy, but that's not quite the right word. You mean like a nebula? Kind of looks like a nebula, like maybe a spiral nebula.
Maybe the
Purple.
nebula has a void.
I don't know. I'm kind of, you know what? I'm very intrigued now. Maybe exactly what a black hole is, a black hole and a white hole. Maybe that is exactly what the void is. Maybe that is like a access to the void right there. Because yeah, that's the theory is that stuff goes in the black hole and comes out the white.
I
So
think I think angels are created from nebulas.
well, lots of things are created from nebulas. Nebulas where
Yeah.
suns are born. So that's like a nest, a sun nest. So
Hmm.
a star is born. Yeah, nebula with purple. Yeah. Um, it could be. I mean, purple. Now, what I understand about the colors of light is eventually when stars burn hotter, like we have in the past, some people say it was a yellow sun, seems like it was a yellow sun. I seem to remember that it's always been white but looked yellow because of our atmosphere. But that could be another, that is a Mandela effect that is going around. So I'm not going to argue. It could be both ways, it could be that way. Um, and that I just came from the other dimension or whatever timeline. But I think there's more than one timeline, folks. I think we're dealing with more than one timeline, more than two, in fact. I think there are many corridors down which reality can go, it exists, okay, which we can travel. I think we can travel down many corridors. So um, it could very well be that, okay, that and purple would be um, eventually our sun will go to blue if it gets hotter. As it gets hotter, the color spectrum would shift to blue, and beyond that, it would shift to purple. So it could be that when you're seeing the purple spectrum, you're seeing like a much hotter version of suns, of but purple can also be is basically magenta and cyan. It's basically, you know, what they say red and blue, but that's not really true. That gives you um, a diluted color. It's more of a magenta color if you want to get a vibrant purple. But it is a would be a mixture of male and female. You could see it that way. Just what does purple mean to you? Now you see the triangle more. Which way is the triangle pointing?
Sounds like
Oh,
something a crown activation because your crown is a purple chakra.
yeah. You're I was gonna say that too. Uh that it could be because yeah, purple, gold, and silver are your crown chakra colors.
Mhm.
Um depending on which way the triangle is pointing, is it pointing up or down or sideways? Is it like an equilateral triangle, et cetera, et cetera? If it's an equilateral triangle pointing up, that's considered male, and that's also considered that's a symbol for fire. If it's pointing down, it's considered female, and the symbol for water, indigo. Okay, so it's pointing up, which would be male and fire. Uh, and it might, yeah, well, angel wings might have a point there. That might, since you just kind of got that, it could be that you're getting a crown chakra activation. I could go with that. Um, the indigo, yeah, that's your third eye. Third eye is indigo. The throat is silver blue, generally. So basically, in the rainbow chakra system, they go from the bottom. The very bottom actually is sometimes black is included. But so the base of your spine, um, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, purple, gold, and silver,
Yeah, when
brown. But there's new ones that have come up, like magenta, which is high heart, like turquoise, which is connecting the heart and the throat, so that you can speak from the heart. And there's new ones coming in.
hmm yeah, upgrades of a higher form. I I'm not sure if I still have it after everything I went through, but at one point I actually had a double chakra system.
Well, that could be. That could be. It could be that, okay, because it looks to me like what is happening is our new chakra system is being installed on top of our old chakra system. And the old system is gradually getting pushed downward
hmm
to make way for the new system.
That could
As we
explain my
rise,
that could explain me going through and using magnets.
using what?
Magnets. I've been going through with wearing
Oh,
like a
magnets.
magnetic
Yeah.
jewelry.
Yeah, a lot of
Maybe
magnet. Yeah.
because I'm thinking maybe it's helping that system purge itself out.
Maybe magnets are helpful. John certainly uses them a lot.
Like
Um,
I got a hematite necklace that I wrapped around my ankle, and I had another one and I wrapped around my other ankle. So I have them at my feet.
like the magnetite type hematite.
Yeah, it's been seems to be helping me ground better.
Yeah, I've got those for sale if anybody wants, and I'd have to look them up again. But I did make a bunch of those, and then nobody bought them. Uh, for various reasons. I don't understand why everybody wanted one and then everybody didn't want one. It was so weird.
You know, like a fad or something.
I don't know, but I made some. I have a bunch of them somewhere.
Well, maybe you made them ahead of time, and maybe at the time it ain't important, and now it's important.
Maybe I'll have to dig them out again.
Because
Um,
I'm learning. I've been going through a whole process of collecting so many crystals, but then now lately I've been wanting the crystals. My kid, she's bringing the balloon back in. She's bringing the balloon back in. She doesn't like it. It freaks her
having
out.
fun, huh?
Yeah.
They're
Oh.
entertaining. Why do they remind me so much of kitties? I don't understand, but they're exactly why that would be, but they are a lot like kitty cats.
Yeah. Well, and I'm
Kind
too
of
sentimental, and I try to be too much like, "Oh, poor things," but they're dragons. She's just being rough with them because they are rough. Dragons are
dragons are
rough.
kind of rough with each other. Matter of fact, kittens are really rough with each other too. That may be one of the reasons it reminds me. They're kind of baby animals can be kind of rough with each other, especially us. We're
Mm-hmm.
rough. We're pretty rough with each other. Isn't that right, Mr. Cake? You guys are rough with it. Oh, you're okay. Sure, you can come on up. Come on.
Yep, mine's already here.
Come on, baby. I got to put my hand up like that, or he. I don't know. You're a weird cat. I love you, but you are a weird kitty cat. You know that? He says, "Meow." Why would you say that, Mom? Meow. Meow. You got a speaking part, huh? You think you're going to get extra treats for having a speaking part? Okay. Maybe so. Meow. Meow. I don't know if I got it fully on him. Can you see him? Whoops. Kind of cutting off the head there. Trying to look at my phone to see if I'm getting a good picture. There we go. He's needing his love. He's finally decided to come up and get love and adoration of fans. And you may adore me now. The furry overlord has arrived. Has arrived on the scene and is ready to be loved. Okay. Okay, baby cake. Okay. Now, back on mommy. Give mom a minute here. Oh, purr. Mr. Purr.
Yeah. I'll be right back a second. I'm not actually leaving, but I'm gonna mute and walk away from the phone a second.
Oh,
Kid,
why?
my
Kitten?
my kid
I'm
my
sorry.
kids have an emergency. She can't get the bathtub to drain.
Uh-oh. Okay. So, anybody else coming in? You're welcome to come in. Oh, now he's over here. And he's saying, why is this object where I'm supposed to be? So picky. Then we try to get the camera straight again. And why don't you show up in the beginning so I don't have to straighten up my camera several times? Huh? Because you're a cat? Oh, yeah, I forgot for a minute. Because you're a cat. Because I'm a cat. Of course. Oh. Oh no. Um. Anyway, any other questions? Since we're doing Q&A, I guess. Um. What am I going to do in the meantime? Is Dolly in? Hello, Dolly. Well, hello. I'm still having trouble with my throat chakra. There's still something stuck in there. I'm trying to get out. You're looking swell, Dolly. I can't tell through the screen. I'd have to remote view Dolly. No more deja vus. What? Dolly will never go away again. So, how come no more deja vu? Seem like something is wiping you. Sure you're not Biden? Oh, kidding. Okay. um. mm, Uh, fast for 5 days and you feel kind of weird. Well, you are kind of weird, Mark, but we still love you anyway. No, it's really not unusual after fasting to have some things happen. And Ofti saying she thinks something's wiping. Oh, we're purging stuff. I can tell you that much. Chances are, that's what's happening is you are purging a lot of stuff because remember I told you there's a lot of stuff that's not going to fit in D5. There's a lot of stuff that will not fit through whatever the tunnel is, the birth tunnel is that we're where we're going. We just can't take it with us, and so there is stuff being purged from us. At least that's my take on it. Can't hardly remember my dreams. I haven't for a while. Oh yeah, Louis should be singing it Louis style. um, but yeah, it's really not strange to feel different after you fasted for 5 days. You're going to feel different. That's one of the reasons you fast. So let us know. Sometimes you get some pretty interesting insights when you're fasting. I certainly have times that I have fasted. I don't do it that often anymore. I do intermittent fasting more often now. But you basically will get more in contact with higher realms. Sometimes with lower ones too, though. You know, it depends on where your headspace is. You're going for 40 days. Oh, hmm. Well, there are people who have done that. Several dreams per day or several deja vus. Your body stopped eating. You know what? I'm eating less and less. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm eating less, way less. And I'm not hungry as often. I think that a lot of people are experiencing that.
Yeah, me too.
Uh,
I've been I basically eat like, or I'll make stuff to eat like once a day. Really, I only eat like in the afternoon and kind of a little bit at night because I'm used to it because of my job. During lunchtime, I'll eat about midnight, sometimes 11 p.m. But then I don't eat until the next day until I'm at work. Sometimes I don't even eat before I go to work.
mhm. I was like that. I didn't like to eat breakfast. It was too early. It was like when I first wake up, it's like, no, I have
Well,
to wait a while. My stomach has to be ready.
yeah, I pretty much have like breakfast in my coffee. That's my breakfast. I mix
Excellent.
everything in my coffee.
Put all your stuff in your, yeah, me too, kind of. I put spices and herbs in my coffee and some heavy cream, a little bit of heavy cream sometimes. And most of the time, coconut oil. And that kind of does me for a while. And then I
Well, for me
find
this time it was the random chocolate chip cookie.
random cookies.
I normally don't eat garbage very often, and I wanted to treat myself, so I had these gluten-free cookies, and they're a lot different than regular ones. And I happened to dip it in my coffee, and the dragons had to go and bloop. Oh, it went right in my coffee. I said, "Thanks, guys."
You know what is really interesting is I don't know what it is, but coffee seems to be it was Whitley Strieber that was complaining that the aliens were drinking his coffee. Every time they would show up, they would drink his coffee. Like
Really?
he met one of them. eh, He actually met one at a coffee shop. He was
Oh yeah,
sitting
I heard about
outside of
that.
the coffee shop, and it was a gray because he was being visited by grays, and one gray actually visited him at a coffee shop, and he looked down, and his coffee was gone. You know,
Wow.
after it was gone, the gray was gone, and so was his coffee. So somehow, somebody light fingered his coffee. But that was apparently they like coffee. I don't know. A lot of entities like coffee. Maybe I don't know. I
Oh,
don't think.
yeah. Apparently, the dragons and unicorns over here like my coffee. I
Mhm,
think it's because I put so much stuff in it, like healing properties. I'm like
mhm.
what you called it earlier, like a kitchen witch. I put like a little bit of remedies in everything I drink.
Yeah. Yep. Oh,
Maybe like
Marco tea, is that the tea like the specialty? Specialty. Uh oh, you think it got tired of discerning the food? You know what? I think sometimes my stomach is just like, is there good food? Is there some good food around? I mean, like, it's very hard. There's sometimes when actually, even mentally, it's hard for me to pick out food that I think is probably not going to be harmful to me, you know. So, but anyway, um, but body just stopped wanting coffee. Too acidic. Oh, okay. Green matcha tea. Oh, yes, I love green matcha tea if it's made right.
I got some mushroom matcha tea to try.
Really? That sounds interesting. Yes, I love mushroom coffee. I love mushroom coffee and I love matcha tea. That sounds really interesting. I'm gonna have to look that up. Where did you find it?
I actually found it advertised in a Facebook of all places and was skeptical about it at first. And it's everyday dose, I think it's called. Well, I can go grab it and put it on camera here real quick.
Okay. Sassafras. Yeah, you know what? Sassafras is good. Oh yes. Um, you're going back to the forest. Oh. You know what? I kind of want to do that. I'm like, I really dream of a house in the forest. A little community in the forest where the houses are spread apart enough that you're not bothering your neighbor. And, I think I want something akin to an earthship. Um, but it's a sustainable home and off grid and all that stuff, of course. And okay, so what does it say? I can't read that. I can't read it. But
Everyday dose.
oh, everyday dose. Cool.
And there's a
Yeah,
little sample packet. I was gonna give that a try in a little bit.
sounds good. I am gonna see if I can find it
Yeah.
then.
And here's the regular coffee.
Matcha is good.
But yeah,
Good.
this coffee is like it's not acidic at all. There's no acid in it whatsoever. It's got a whole bunch of collagen, peptides, amino acids.
I get organic coffee, and I find that it's way less acid.
Oh yeah,
I
I
do.
actually, a hilarious thing is, I actually drink Death Wish coffee because it's organic.
Yeah, I drink. Yep, that figures. Organic coffee and a light roast, not a dark roast. The darker, the more acidic, but the lighter, the less acidic. So I get a light roast in an organic, and it's not acidic, really.
And
So
and and then this is collagen coconut creamer. It has trace minerals and some collagen in it.
oh, that sounds very yummy too.
And it's got
So,
the organic coconut sugar, coconut milk powder.
yeah, it's been my dream for a long time to have a kind of like a colony, kind of like a community where out in the woods, hopefully near a beach too, and nice sustainable housing off grid, just like most hippies, but um, somewhere just safe and peaceful, and where I can spend a lot of time in nature. I can spend a lot of time. I want a hot tub. I want a hot tub. On my patio. I can be out there under the stars in my hot tub. That would be lovely. And have my studio there. I would love that. I am waiting for that. It's one of the things I'm trying to manifest. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Mark, you know what? Exactly. Yeah. We can have big fires and dancing. And I was even thinking if we needed to make some money, we could have maybe a little hobbit bed and breakfast type place built in somewhere where people can live in hobbit homes for a price. It wouldn't be that hard to sustain because we wouldn't be dealing with the cost of electric and so on and so forth. But yeah, something like that. But really, mostly, I would love us to be able to have something. Okay, to be honest, I've been to pagan fests and I've been to medieval fairs, and there's so much fun. And I think life could be like that all the time. You know, we could make our own entertainment pretty easily, I think, or have some shipped in. We'd probably have friends that would want to come too that would be entertaining. But I mean, I think we could have entertainment. I think we could have everything. I think we could have drum circles. We could have our spiritual stuff in peace. It would be so nice. Sit in my hot tub. The thing that I always loved about the Pagan Fest is the clothing optional ones. You could actually go swimming naked, and it's wonderful to go swimming naked. If you've never been swimming naked, it is one of the most wonderful things in life. And now you can imagine why the Bigfoots are always in the lake, right? Always around the lakes. They like to go and get themselves in the lake and get in the water. Um, but yeah, we probably would have Bigfoot around that. We'd probably have neighbors because they'd probably come and visit. But I envision a place. It's in the woods, and then there's this little path to this beach, and the water is very blue. And the place is kind of looks like an Earth ship, probably, has a kind of an unusual structure. It's my castle. It's my earth castle. And it has a lovely hot tub and a pool and some observation type decks. And my friends are nearby, but not so near that we get in each other's way. Yeah, I kind of am a closet nudist. I am. I run around my home. I have to make sure the curtains are shut because I have a tendency to run around naked or half naked in my home. So I warned. I remember I warned you, Alana. Said, "Okay, please knock so that I can put on clothes because I run around the place half naked."
Yeah.
And she says, "I don't care." She says, "I don't care if you're fully naked. This doesn't bother me. I've seen everything. It's no big deal." I said, "Okay, sounds like we're going to get along." And so most of the time that she's here, I'm running around in a t-shirt. Period.
Oh, yeah, that's me though. I run around with a tank top and undies most of
Tank
the
top,
time when I'm not doing nothing.
tank top or a t-shirt, yep. Or a skirt, a maxi skirt pulled up like a sundress. That's my other trick.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and dresses. I've been starting to get into dresses more often. I'm embracing my feminine side more frequently.
You know what? I'm getting to where I really don't like pants that much. Dresses are
Me
much
neither.
more freeing. I like
Yep.
I like pants when I'm going out somewhere. It oddly enough among people. Oh, in Hawaii, it's like that up in the mountains. Nowhere near
What?
as far. People are being controlled and can't see it. Oh, yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah, all the time, and it just baffles me. There's a guy actually at work I could actually talk about some stuff. Some stuff. Still, some of the stuff we talk about is still too far for him. But the fact that UFOs might actually be real, oh no, that he's almost there about it. He's still skeptical, but he was at least talking about it, willing to accept it's possible. So
You
some
know,
people are starting to come out and see it more.
well, everybody's frequency is going to be rising that's left on the planet, or they're not going to be left on the planet. So there's to it. The frequency that rises with the planet, some of us are rising a little faster because we're working on it. But the planet is going to drag us all along with it. Earth is going to drag us all along with her because we're on her, right? So if you're still here, your energy is going to rise. Eventually, you're going to see all the same sort of stuff we're seeing. You're going to have similar experiences. You're going to be seeing stuff. You're going to be talking to your dead friends, and you're going to be noticing it. I mean, these people, it's already happening, and they're just not saying it. Like I was saying last night on somebody else's show, um, a lot of people will not talk about it except under very particular circumstances. My dad would never talk about it until he was really drunk. When he would get himself a certain shade of drunk, then he'd finally talk about it, but otherwise he wouldn't. Why? Because people are very judgmental about that kind of thing. So, yeah. Um, and they don't want to be crazy and they don't want to be harassed. So they just keep it to themselves. Yeah, moo moo. That's right. You started seeing grids again. A grid or a particular grid?
Woo!
Interesting.
You must be doing grid work then.
So many grids. Yeah, you must be. You
Well,
know
because
what? I am too, Dolly. I'm nude under my dress here. Completely naked under my clothing. Go ahead, Angel Wings.
I was gonna say yeah, there's multiple grids because there's multiple realms. I think
Yeah,
people keep thinking those ley lines are all Earth, and it is, but at the same time, it's to different realms. It's not just simple Earth. It's to higher dimensions and the dimensional planes overlaying each other, and see, this is what I'm starting to figure out on the dimensions. The dimensions are the higher up you go, the less dense you are, and actually, it's a completely different concept than people think. I think it's like a part of the duality. It's like your consciousness can be 12D or higher, but at the same time, your physical is to unlock certain levels and transmute enough and change enough to be at a higher level. But that's what we're going through right now. That's why you're starting to feel lighter. That's why you're starting to feel lightheadedness. That's why you're starting to feel, because you are literally losing density, and people
yep, I
haven't
agree.
can't grasp that concept.
That's basically why you're having fewer,
And why some
maybe why you're having fewer deja vu or fewer, yeah.
well, yeah, and even oh shoot, no, what was I get shoot. I lost the track of thought what I was going at. Okay, the dimensions,
You're trying
density.
to do
Oh, that's why some people are starting to feel taller. Because you are.
right.
You
Yeah.
because in 3D you're compressed and dense as heck. And the lighter we get, the less we free or the more we free ourselves, you will seem taller, but you were always that tall. It's just that in a different dimension, you are bigger
This
because
is
you're.
why I do the exercises. I was doing the exercise. I was teaching people the exercises to expand yourself because you're
Mm-hmm.
not meant to fit in this little avatar. You cannot fit yourself in this little avatar. It just isn't possible. It's too small. This is only a small, tiny interface. This is not our being. As a matter of fact, right now, I'm going to do this exercise for everybody now. Let's give it a shot, okay? I'd like you to just sit comfortably for a moment and quietly for just a moment. And then I'd like you to just push your chakras all the way back to your spine. And when you realize that you know how to do that somehow without ever having been taught, okay, and that's the first part. And then I want you to align them on your spine nicely. We're going to give you a chakra alignment now. There you go. Yeah, just give them a little push this way or that way if they're off a little bit. And we have a tendency to use our chakras to do things. So sometimes they get all out of alignment. Okay. So it's good every now and then to push them back into alignment, get them all straightened up. Now, I want you to expand. Just breathe. Breathe. Do that breathing thing, Don't forget to breathe because half the time we forget to breathe. Do that breathing thing. And if you really want your parasympathetic nervous system to calm down, you breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, and you breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we do that 10 times. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I fooled you there. Breathe out a little bit longer than you breathe in. And try it different ways. And now I want you to just think about expanding yourself. Just letting yourself expand and uncrimp yourself and uncrinkle yourself. And as you think about this, just think about, like maybe a crinkled up map or something, or some kind of item. But when you smooth it all out, it gets nice and smooth. And you realize, and then I want you to realize where your boundaries are. Oh, how big are you? Feel where you end. And then when you start to feel where you end, expand a little bit more and expand a little bit more. And you'll find out that that feels pretty good. You can keep expanding if you'd like. Ah, that's nice right there. I think I'll leave it there for now. Actually, you will find that you are infinite. You are infinitely large. Your spirit is infinitely large. Okay? So that is not even a measurement that has meaning in this place. And indeed, Angel Wings is right. We are taller or feel taller, but really it is illusionary.
No, sorry.
So that's okay. Um, so now keep yourself nice and expanded like that and go through. Look at how small your problems are from that expanded viewpoint. All of your problems really kind of small. But this will, doing this when you are nervous and you need to calm down, letting yourself uncrinkle and expand really helps. And I am the queen of trying to deal with stress. Okay. Techniques for dealing with stress. The grids are getting complex. Absolutely. Absolutely, they are, Mark. Yeah, you cannot, well, you can't take your 3D into 5D either. Oh, you like thrifting dresses or the dresses with gauze slips built in? Or moo or whatever. Um, the Spirit Airlines almost crash landing in the ocean. Ah, I heard about that actually. So, yeah, if you leave yourself expanded as long as you can, when you start to feel all crimped up, expand yourself. You can do that. When you feel kind of out of alignment, line your chakras up. Means that you were using them for something and you didn't put them back. And if you can't get them to line up, you might need some help. But it's totally possible for you to align your own chakras. So you don't really need to pay anybody for that, for the most part, unless they're really stubborn. Um, okay, oh, you're saying that the gauze dress, the gauze slips, gauze dresses with the gauze slips are great for Florida. Yeah, I can imagine that would be. You would want something light You know what? I found some very nice light. These dresses on Timu, they're not cotton though. They're some kind of a silky knit or some kind of a knit polyester. However, they are very lightweight, but not see through. And they have this crochet up here. It's really nice. So, like from about here up, it's all crochet, and it's very comfortable in the heat. It just, because I don't like polyester in the heat. It feels like you're wearing a plastic bag sometimes. But these are nice because they have the air coming through them here. So, and they're loose. They're nice and loose. I bought the biggest sizes I could so that they're very loose. Anyway, thank you. Flying is probably it probably is. And remember, a lot of pirates, most of them. Did I say pirates or pilots? Whoa, I'm thinking Bahamas. I was to the Bahamas myself, but many pilots they had to take the Jabberwocky, and a lot of them are dropping in mid-flight. I mean, they're having that problem now, where the pilots are just going completely offline during a flight. So yeah, flying is getting more dangerous. Thank you. Down here, you probably can't see it, but down here is blue and black flowers, roses. Blue and black roses. But yeah, this top part here is all crochet, and I love them. Of course I do, because I'm a crotchety woman, right? Um, Cotton cakes. What are cotton cakes? I don't think I ever had those. There's a saucer following you if you are flying. Yeah, probably. Yep. Yeah, pilots are dropping dead. That's right. During flight. hmm hmm So, yeah, I got them off Temu. I thought they were a heck of a deal. They come in different colors. My purple one has purple crochet. This one has a black background, so they have the color crochet of the background matching. So I really like them. Then I have like a turquoise one with turquoise crochet over there. I'm enjoying these. They're very light, so definitely recommend them. They're not uncomfortable in this heat. They're very comfortable. And I think it is because of the crochet, letting out the heat. Yeah, that's right. Spirit does have 737s. Yeah, yeah. See, that's just it. The co-pilots to take up if something happens to the pilot. Uh-huh. So I'm planning an off-grid place. I am intending, would you like to group intend with me? That we get ourselves a nice community somewhere safe and comfortable with a beach nearby in the woods and no dangerous predators and no mosquitoes. And maybe we can even intend that there be no biting, stinging creatures in our vicinity. Yeah, see, that's the thing. So many people were forced to get that a jibbity jabber, and well, if you have a clot while you're, or some problem with your heart, or yep, I mean, there are athletes dropping right on the court.
Well, and it's not just that when they come back to flying. When you were talking about the flying, I will never set foot in an airplane as high frequency as I am ever because I'll glitch all them electronics out because as soon as a solar flare hit, it's gonna mess up everything.
Yeah, and you know what? There are people who mess up computers, and if you're in a certain vibe, like one time, my friend and I were back from some kind of a spiritual gathering, and we went to a fast food place because we were famished. I can't remember where it was, but anyway, we were glitching their computers. We had to stand way back away from their cash registers in order for the cash registers to work. And there are people who Paul talk about says they can't go through a line normally, through a checkout line
Mm-hmm.
because they glitch up the computers. They have to stand back, let the person do whatever, and then they have to put their card in, do whatever, and then stand back and let it work. Yeah, because the energy is not compatible.
Yeah, I think it's a lot to do with combination of things and also the electric field. We all have our own electric field, and sometimes ours is stronger than others.
Mhm. Well, if you're anything like me, you're not based on fire, you're based on electricity. I mean, supposedly, I don't look like a flame, I look like electricity,
Well,
according to Chloe, and that makes sense to me because of my background, of what I know about me, but um, I really like, I really like lightning storms.
yeah,
I think they're beautiful.
I like lightning storms. But see, I'm not sure if I'm red fire, but I know I'm a blue flame. I might have a little of both, but most of the time I
Mhm.
just vision myself with blue flames. I'm a,
Yeah.
I'm a Pisces Aries cusp, so maybe that's why the water in the blue it gives it a blue flame.
Um, my goodness. My mother was at Triple Aries. My dad was a Pisces. What a pair.
Guys,
Oh my
I always
goodness.
joke around. I may have that nasty, and being a redhead, I have that terrible temper, but I can put myself out.
Yeah. Mosquitoes. Oh my goodness. Well, you see, around here, we have some slow moving water stream right out back here. And yeah, we have mosquitoes. We're in bogland. You bet there are mosquitoes. So, yeah, I am so tired of mosquitoes. Matter of fact, I was going to go to the was it where was it that didn't have mosquitoes? I can't remember, but I was aiming at this place. I was aiming to go there. That because I heard they didn't have mosquitoes, they had strong winds coming in all the time from the ocean. And it kind of blew the mosquitoes away. It interfered with their mating patterns, so they didn't have them. And I'm there going, oh wow, that's where I like to go. But what happens? A storm comes and takes the place down. Just completely wrecked the place. So I'm like,
Wow.
guess I'm not going there. And then I went to I was going to go to the Bahamas. We were ready to go to the Bahamas. And no, my ex, he got us a flight. He said, well, we can get it really cheap if we get a flight where we just go without very much notice. And they're like, okay. So here they booked the flight, but we didn't realize that the storm had wiped out Coral World.
Oh
And
no.
the storm had wiped the place out. So that's why it was so cheap. Uh, yeah,
Well, there went all the fun.
yep. Really kind of pissed me off, but it was still neat to get out somewhere different. But everybody was broke because all the stuff was down and they were really out to get money. I'm up late, Misty. You're up late, Misty. Hi, Chloe. The Countess is here. She's a Countess with the 1, 2, 3, but we just know her as Chloe.
I
Hey,
made that.
sister, give me a little bit of healing with my throat chakra. What the heck? You want to do some mutual healing?
Yeah, that's what this is for. I decided to try that matcha tea and make it. That's why I was muted for a minute. I ran off to make something to drink.
Wow, I'm thinking of doing that myself. Gosh, all of a sudden I'm kind of choked up.
Ooh, that's
No.
actually really good. I didn't think. I thought an earthy flavor with green tea would taste kind of funky, but then I added
No,
a scoop.
mushrooms are good.
Yeah, and I added a scoop of that creamer that I had, and I'm like, ooh, this is good.
Yeah, boy, I bet it is. I want some of that. I'm gonna get some of that somehow.
Yeah, and see it moving by itself. Someone else is drinking it too. I don't know if you can catch it in the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at that. Someone else is drinking it with me.
I
Yeah.
know.
Shiesties.
What is happening with the water is that it's not just cowboy drinking the fish water. Everything's needing water, I guess.
Yeah, you see it ripple? It's rippling all over the place.
Yep, I see it.
They're just like, geez, I'm just attacking it. Something giving off that much energy. There's more than one going at it.
Mm-hmm.
That dig it. There goes anything I want.
Scotty. Scotty, where the heck is the pantless wonder?
Yeah. Sky, where are you? Boobs. Gotta advertise boobs, man. The boobs vibe has to go out, and then he shows up.
Boobs. Scotty's ears perk up like somewhere. Somebody's saying boobs.
Whoa, and my cat jumped. Did we channel something?
I don't know.
Better be careful. Man, he's.
Oh, he worked today, so he might be worn out. Yeah, he could be.
Oh.
Haven't seen him in a while, though. Yeah, I haven't. I'm going to raise some energy a little bit, if you don't mind. Is it okay if I bang on my drum a bit?
Go ahead.
Is that okay for everybody? Is that bothering anybody? You know the song? You can sing it with me.
You done?
So when I sing all the time, Mother, I send my roots down, send my roots down, till I feel the beating of your heart. Mother, I send my roots down, send my roots down, till I feel the beating of your heart, and I feel love coming right back to me. I feel love coming right back to me. I send my branches up, Father, I send my branches up, till I feel your energy. Father, I send my branches up, send my branches up, till I feel your energy. And I feel love coming right back to me. I feel love coming right back to me. I know I'm a child of the earth and the sky, 'cause I feel love. Yes, I know I am a child of the earth and the sky, 'cause I feel love. I feel love coming right back to me. I feel love coming right back to me. Coming right back.
Wow, that's good. That's some awesome energy that came in.
Oh, I know. I can feel it really in my spine. Ooh.
Oh, and
Oh.
I gotta set the coffee down or the tea without spilling it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, I had to do that. I brought my drum. So obviously. Um, did I miss anything in chat? No. We didn't see him Monday, did we?
I thought we did. I think it was briefly. I think he came in really late. You were almost done.
Who's Moi Moi? Going to sleep? Yeah.
Oh, and most of the ones drinking my coffee are the babies. All the little ones floating around. The big ones are just protective mode. They just chill and hang out. The mostly it's just the smaller dragons that all squeeze in this little space. It's like, geez, enough of them. And then when you have hundreds of them visiting, oh geez, that gets nuts.
Yes. Then the place gets really crowded, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that crowds out the cat. Oh, it's so funny when they crowd out the cat. The cat gets off the bed and walks off like, geez, because they all swarm around me, and then I think that's how I got that recording the other day of all the tons and tons of orbs just taking off all at once. When he sat down, he moved them out of the way.
You got to record. Oh, yes. Oh, geez. I'm flying away over here. I'm going to do another song real quick here. I'm going to do the Rebirth song, okay? Have you heard that one yet? Maybe you haven't.
I
Hope
don't
I
think I have.
remember it. Hope I remember. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Water, wash away my tears. 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 Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Fire, burn away my fears. 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 Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Air, blow the winds of change. 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 Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Air blows the winds of change. Fire gives power to rearrange. Water flows, I am refilled. Earth helps me to rebuild. Wind blow, fire glow, water flow, earth grows. Wind blow, fire glow, water flow, earth grows. Woo! Woo! Ah! Okay, I ain't going to sleep now. Not for a little
No,
while.
no, I know.
Woo!
I'm trying to hold the phone still. They're over here shaking my left side all over the place. My wings are going crazy on my left side. The dragons are just bouncing all over the place with it. I like the drums.
Oh, they love the drums. Dragons love the drums. Like the
Dang.
fairies love the drums. Dragons love the drums. Everything loves the drums.
Shaking my phone all over.
Everybody.
Calm down, guys. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Woo!
The unicorns aren't much for the drums. They just kind of listen contently.
Ah, well, that's good. Oh, gee. I woke up. Mark is not sleeping now. He's I forgot that. I totally like. Yeah, I know. I was kind of feeling a little bit sleepy, but to heck with that now, right? Sorry, Mark.
how
Look, you know what? I don't
how
know. I
can you
just
sleep?
felt like I had to do it. So, yeah, okay. You got a good nap, so you're okay. I know.
Mark,
I just felt like we needed the energy to come up a little bit somehow. So, and the drumming will do that. Gosh, though, I feel so now I feel weird. Talk about feeling weird, but then again, I fly my freak flag all the time, so I'm used to feeling weird. I mean, weird is good for me. I mean, stay weird.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mark might have dragon visitors too over there. That's probably why he's all fired up now.
Yeah, drums
Oh,
put me in a good mood. Drums are very good to help your mood. Yeah. Oh, we need it at the start. Well, I did do it at the start, but you weren't here. That's all. I did do a little bit of drumming at the start. I'll have to do more. Yeah, I'll have to do more at the beginning. I'll do that more, and we'll have that. So until maybe I'll do it until everybody gets here.
Dolly, pull you out of their power nap.
Yeah. Ah, there you go. Uh,
Oh, oh, that's one thing I noticed the dragons do for us too. You know, if you ask them if you're working with dragons, you can ask them to help you go to sleep. They'll put you to sleep.
oh, really? That's nice.
Yeah, when
Oh,
mine when I have a break from work, they go on strike and sleep, then I do too. I like dang it. Well, I have such a strong empathic connection to them. So when they're sleeping, I'm sleeping, or I'll start getting super drowsy, and I'll be like, "Hey, wake up! Stop putting me to sleep."
yeah. Hey, you guys. Now, you know what? It's funny because he doesn't like, Cowboy does not like sudden, loud, he's a cat. But he likes the drum. I can bang on the drum around him and he's just fine with it. He doesn't have any problem with it at all. I mean,
Mm.
let's see. Let me test here. He's real relaxed right now. Let me see.
Oh the dragons around here. Well, let's see. There's a lot of colors. One of them, there's a parrot dragon. He's kind of a silver gray color, a but the wings are lots of colors, and hence why I think it's called a parrot because of the parrot wings. But
That's one, maybe that's one I saw that was like green, yellow, blue.
maybe.
There's one that was green, yellow, blue, and then there's another one that's mostly red and blue.
Yeah, there's a red and blue one here, and there's also a white one.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
The white one is strange. He's goofy. I, I call him Fang,
Are you
or
goofy?
my kid calls him Fang.
Thing. I don't have mine named. I have, you know what? Mine are mostly huge sky dragons. And when they come in, they fill the freaking room. I don't see that many babies around my place. I don't know why.
Well,
Um,
I think it's because it's my part of my thing. I'm like a dragon mother. It's like I help with babies that lost their mother. It's kind of like a sanctuary, temporary sanctuary for them to learn how to work with humans because the ones I work with are actually wild. So they're not even like ones that normally are human guides. That I work with them
um,
to train them to be, and they're rough around the edges, to say the least. Dragons will be dragons for sure.
yeah, because I usually, in order to put my arms around my dragons, I have to be my full height. I have to like grow to my full height and play with them. And then I do this, and they like to, I do that, and they like to go through the tunnel like that. We play. They're, boy,
I
I
don't
love
think.
the silver dragons. They're so sweet. They're,
Yeah, I don't
they're
think
very.
some of I could be wrong. Maybe they accept them all, but I don't know. But they are very territorial, though. But I do tend to have like the dragonlings. They're not really dragons, but my kid insists they are. They're more of like a changeling dragon. They're able to like manipulate and create holograms. I think it's because they were abandoned, and so it's like their means of self defense is mimicking other creatures and mimicking other things.
Well, dragons are shapeshifters.
Yeah. So yeah, see that. took that part of the dragons. I think it's just like a lower level of dragon that I honestly think I'm part of their evolutionary process, helping them so they become something more positive instead of negative. I think a lot of it has been the problem with them getting corrupted because not enough people working with them is all.
Yeah, which is sad. And actually, throwing them into the core, there are still people who think all dragons are evil, which
Yeah.
is so not true. I think
Mm,
it's sad.
They're like
It's
any other creature here. Some just get corrupted from all the corruption with no help. And I went out of my way, even though they bite me in their little buttholes, I still give them lots of love and compassion and show them it's okay.
like I said, they're kind of like kittens. Kittens are pin cushions, right? Furry,
Hmm.
soft, fluffy pin cushions. So, but yeah, in the sky. So they're talking about the dragons in the sky. And oh, and she's grown. Oh, have a white dragon with silver linings on the scales. That sounds very pretty, Lewis.
Hmm.
Fireballs in the sky. Yeah, I've seen that. Um, the cloud dragons, sky dragons, are beautiful, and they have a tendency to have blue, blue green, um, white. Sometimes they have silvery white manes and whiskers, and just like the Chinese draw them, and they generally range from sort of a turquoisey, silvery turquoise to like a deep indigo into a violet. Really beautiful. I mean, their colors are gorgeous.
Yeah, I
And
have. Yeah, I have orange, an orange and gold dragon. I call him I just call him Junior. And some of them do breathe fire. Sometimes I get warm out of nowhere. Like, why is it so hot in here? You guys light me on fire. And see, he's like, yeah, thanks.
one of them just showed me he can breathe frost.
Oh,
He can
neat.
breathe frost. That's pretty cool. You breathe frost and snow. Yeah, he can breathe frost and snow. That's pretty cool. And another one seems to be breathing clouds out.
Mm, steam.
Are you making some clouds for us? Helping us clean the clouds. We need the sylphs out here, honestly. They are
Mm,
putting so
yeah.
much in the air. We need the mighty sylphs. If the mighty sylphs are listening, we really need you now. I hope there are many of you because they're really at it out there. Um,
I wonder if I work with one that clears the clouds. Oh, I must, yeah. Because I've been seeing more and more multi-dimensional, like deep in-depth dimensions in the clouds more. And someone said that those are actual real clouds, the ones that have actual dimensional form. The crappy wispy things you see and the
and the ones that are too bright, those are plasma.
yeah.
Those are just plasma, and they're created by craft to hide themselves in. But
Yep,
yeah,
that's
there was one time, and you know what is really, I was thinking of that today. Here's one way that you can really help yourselves to see these things in the sky. Those pictures that they call stereoptograms, they just look like a blur, but if you focus your eyes right, then the picture comes in. And the longer you stare at it, the more the picture comes into focus. Have you
mhm.
ever done those? Okay. Those. are great practice. Because I used to do those all the time as practice because I was told it's practice, it's practice. And then I went up and I looked up into the sky and I said, show me something. I look up into the sky and I do that funky thing with my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking and I'm going, holy crap. Because I could tell there was something up there. Oh my God. And I mean, I was seeing a whole picture up there. I was seeing three ships, kind of like the Christopher Columbus type ships, and one dragon ship. And I mean, like sailing ships on the water. I'm like, what the heck? Up in the sky. And I'm like, what the heck?
You know, right? Sometimes it's really surprising what you see. And I didn't have to see this time. Once I felt it energy wise, like all of a sudden heavy pressure. Then I noticed like, see, you can tell when there's ships when you see shadows that are too big because clouds are not dense enough to actually make
Right,
shadows. Those
right.
are actual ships in the clouds that are making the shadows. And I could feel this deep pressure. It was doing something really bad and negative that I didn't like, or at least it was too strong for me at the time. And so I thought it was negative, but I yelled out real stern, stop it. And it quit.
Oh, yeah. You used your will. And then
Yeah.
there was a time I used to fall asleep in my chair out in the courtyard in the old neighborhood. I'd sit in my chair and I'd just kind of lean back in my chair that got torched when nobody saw it. And I'd lean back and sometimes I would just fall asleep. And then I remember waking up and just looking up and there's an angel in the clouds. Great big angel. I'm like, and I said, oh my gosh, there's an angel in the clouds. And my neighbor came out and photographed it. They saw it too. Right over my head. And then there was that night that we did the first night that I did the light language online here on the show. And that like the next day or something, Mr. BB333, whatever it is, the BB and the numbers, the guy who does the pictures of the sky all the time, somebody from Ohio sent him a picture of these cloud beings lined up in the sky, and you can tell that they're all beings and they're all kind of holding hands in the sky. And I'm like, holy cow, because that's what I felt. I felt like, you know, there's all of these beings up above my head. Well, it turns out that somebody got a picture of them. So I'm like, wow, somebody actually got a photograph of them. And then there's been so many times that I've had an urge to just take a photograph of the sky and I can't see anything. But the
Hmm.
camera picks something up. I can't see it because it's too bright. I mean, that's one of the reasons they put that stuff in the sky. It reflects light and makes it silvery and then it blurs everything out. It's like
Hmm.
erasing details. But the
Yeah,
camera
see,
got it.
yeah,
So
see, oh, sorry, are you still going?
no, go ahead.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I'll have a means like I'll feel something spying on me. I'll take random pictures of the clouds and then blow the pictures up, and then out of nowhere I'll get like, I swear they're like AI bots. They're like AI like from the government or something that are spying on us too. But ever since my security increased and my protection increased, I haven't seen anymore. But I used to catch them all the time following me and take pictures, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I see you too."
It's you too. Yeah, I have all kinds of pictures from, like tons of pictures from. This is my mask. I've been trying out this Gosh, I was going to show you, but it's out of battery, I guess. Doggone. Let me see if I can charge it up while we're talking. But yeah, found all kinds of really cool stuff in the clouds that you can't see because they're intentionally blurring it out too. I hear that with the new cameras, they are blurring out by putting it right into the cameras that you can't. Oh shoot! Did I spill them all over the? Hold on. I wonder if there are any in here of the sky.
Well,
Any of the sky pictures.
I honestly think that the weather's going to change so drastic because of what they've been doing, and other beings are starting to do their part and not tolerate it, and there's just things going on. I don't know. I don't think it matters except for being along the coast where to be anymore, because I think it's just everything is going to change and be completely different because it's almost June already here, and normally it's really, really hot. And it's been actually cold, and the temperature varies so frequently now.
Now take a look at this picture. What do you see? Those are supposedly clouds. Does that look like a normal cloud to you? Or even normal smoke of any kind?
No, wow.
What the heck is that? I mean, geez, you know, how am I supposed to ignore that kind of thing?
Oh, that's another way I could show my pictures. I I should have all my pictures developed like that, so I can just show them like that. It's easier than trying to maneuver through StreamYard half the time. I close myself out by accident.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, here's one of my. I do photography. The only thing is these are shiny, so you're kind of getting the reflection. But I'm going to try and tilt them so you can't see the reflection. This is some of the places around my home. This one is an onion I cut. It's called Crying Eyes. You see the onion with eyes? Isn't that
Yeah.
bizarre? That's bizarre. Um, do I have any of my? I'm wondering if I have any of my um, cloud pictures because I took so many of the clouds. Well, here's just a picture of our back lot. It was
Well,
a
like,
beautiful, beautiful day.
wow. Well, and I even went out and bought a Polaroid. I actually managed to catch a picture of the babies in a Polaroid as a shadow. You could see the wings perfectly in the background of this dragon shadow.
Somewhere along the line, I have a picture of Sasquatch. I have
Oh,
Sasquatch.
cool.
Cannot find it right now.
I think I caught a picture of Sasquatch or one of the babies mimicking him, but he could have been mimicking him, trying to show me what's in my field. I think sometimes these smaller dragons are actually very handy because they give off what's following me or what's around.
I don't have any of my really. This one I call Nike. It just looks like a Nike check mark cloud. But doggone it, I'm not seeing. Where's the one? I guess I don't have it in this batch. But I have one that, honest to God, it looks like somebody driving a sleigh with reindeer, or not exactly reindeer, but some kind of creatures, and it up in the sky, driving a sleigh through the sky. Um,
Unicorns! Ah, ah.
I honestly, I am not kidding about this at all. It's kind of, wait a minute. No. Doggone. No. It's not this batch of pictures. This batch of pictures is pretty stuff, but that's not that batch. I don't have very many sky shots in here. Oh well, sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get them together because I have one of the back of Cowboy called Wise Ass Cats. He's bending down eating, but on his butt there's an owl. His marking on the back of his butt is an owl on a branch. That's what it looks like. And the stump is like on down one of his legs. He looks like there's an owl on his butt on his stump. And then on his forehead there's a butterfly. So he's got very cool spots. And then I've got another one of him with where you can see his spots turning into hearts. His spots turn into hearts alternately. Like I thought I was losing it because first one when would turn into, when he'd be a certain way, one would be, a heart shape, and then he'd do something else, and the other one would be heart shaped. And at first I'm like, I thought it was the other one, and then I realized that both of them do that, you know. And so when he's turned a certain way, one is just looks kind of like a wedge or an exclamation point, and the other's just a blob. But then he turns a certain way or moves a certain way, and one or the other of them will turn into a heart. Generally, not both of them at the same time, though, but just one or the other. It's really weird, man. So, you underestimate my power, Mark says. I did. I would never underestimate your power. The Imperial March. What? What's going on? Came to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all. Oh gosh, Elderberry's in. Say hi to Elderberry. You got scared. Oh, 5 water spouts. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so you guys have been busy in chat, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching chat. Actually, that's why I turned my camera off so I could follow the chat without looking goofy because I couldn't do multitask and do both.
Oh, there's a sunset. I gotta subscribe to Hook. I didn't know I wasn't subscribed. Did they unsubscribe me again? They keep unsubscribing me to stuff. Little jerks. And then every now and then one of my friends' videos sneaks in. Like they have to. Oh,
Yep, you want to impress both sides, the light and dark, you become one with both.
I failed Mama D. I'm not dark. I'm not dark. I'm not Vader. Ah, you're silly. You guys are so silly. Princess Leia. They think you're Princess Leia. Well, who am I then? I'm not Darth Vader, am I? I'm going to smack you all.
Well,
Mothma? What the hell? I'm going to reach right through here and smack Lewis.
I heard I am royalty of some kind, but I'm too humble with it. I don't sit there and dwell on it.
Here I am too, but it's better not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
let's put it this way, it's not good, not necessarily good to be royalty in this,
Yeah.
the way things are right now, the kind of royalty we are wouldn't be good to be.
Well,
Um,
the current royalty gave the rest of the royalty in general a bad vibe and a total
right.
bad view on it to start with.
I know. I'm
Best
like,
keep hidden.
I'm more like 3PO. Who's that? Up, they're grilling me in my own chat. Says D is more like 3PO. Yep, yep, yep. Well, let's see how you feel.
The robot of Star Wars.
Well, if I didn't say anything, there wouldn't be much of a show, would there?
Oh, hey.
I could sit here not saying anything. I'll take a break. Bye bye. I'll just take a break.
Human cyborg relations. Yeah, I don't think we understood that one, Mark, because I don't understand that one. That does come off as kind of the opposite, I think, of what you were intending, because I have a bad view on robots myself. I'm not into the AI. I'm not into any. I'm actually strongly against most of that. I'm all organic or not at all. And believe it or not, there's
Good
organic ran
neighborhood.
ships. I'm not sure how that would look like, but I was told there's organic ships.
What?
Maybe.
Are you talking about your growth, Mark? Mark is talking about growth. I don't want to hear about your growth, Mark, okay? Just put some more cream on it and hope, okay?
Oh, it's Dee's turn for the shower.
Actually, I am 5'10". So
Is it off the hook? Says it's shower time.
yes. I'm 5'10". You don't want to piss me off.
No way, are you really?
I am.
Holy crap, that's tall. I'm exactly 5 foot.
I'm 5'10", depending on the day. I'm between 5'8" and 5'10", depending on how stretched out I am.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me. Don't fuck with me. Yeah, and I know martial arts. So yeah. So how about those uncomfortable silences when I stop talking? Are you enjoying those? We could have more of them. Nobody's paying me, you know. You're 5?
I've noticed there's been freakishly tall people lately just suddenly appearing out of nowhere, and I'm just like, wow. Where have they been? We even have this guy, his name's Dylan at work. He's so big, and I was just amazed, and I try not to be weird about it, 'cause I'm just goofy in general. I just find it impressive, and I'm like, look, it's an incarnation of a giant. Woohoo, look at
I'm just trolling Mark back right now.
that.
Mark was trolling me. Okay, I'll troll you back, honey.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, let's just troll him back a little bit. Hey, Kiki. How you doing, sweetheart?
Kiki.
Mama gonna Wu-Tang your ass. Yeah, I'm 5'10" on a good day, and I do know martial arts. This is the reason I think I survived as a street musician for so long. I was out there alone. Give me too much trouble, I'll just warn you. I know how to kill you. My sensei taught me how to kill. I don't want to, but I'm very rusty and I could make a mistake. Pretty much
I
stuff
I
people.
Well, I impressed somebody at work I used to work with in my old job. He couldn't believe how strong I was for doing absolutely nothing. He's like, "How can you just suddenly do that?" Because he's like, "I work out every day. He wears a 100-pound vest. He lifts weights. He works out all the time to be as ripped as he is." And he's like, "How can you almost do what I do and not work out?" And I just said, "Naturally gifted."
Yeah,
Well,
when I
well, and
come
it
along
turned.
and pick up something enormously heavy, I mean, I walk I don't walk good. I mean, I tell you right now, I'm not an optimum shape to do any kind of martial arts. However, if I go to, it's funny. I'll see like Yolanda will be trying to move like I'll say, hey, maybe I want to move this something, and she'll be like, and I'll just be like that, and she just looks at me like, I am very strong. I just have some other limitations, you
Yeah.
know,
Well,
coordination and so on, but
yeah,
I've
because
always been very strong.
yeah, I've always been strong too. Even as a kid, I scared myself once out of rage. I think it's because I've always had dragons around me, and I didn't know it. I wasn't awake to what I could actually do and what was happening. And now that I'm more aware of my gifts and stuff, I bet you the whole time I was actually channeling something, helping me give me strength.
Yeah, you know what? I think they do sometimes. I think we do. Um, but then there's also the fact that Andromedans are very strong. And I'm wondering if we don't have some Andromedan in our lineage.
I know I do. I was actually an Andromedan priestess in a past life.
Because Andromedans are extremely strong. So it could be because when I was a baby, I was carrying around weightlifting equipment. As soon as I could walk, I was dragging around my mother's exercise equipment. So,
Wow. Yeah. Well, I guess I could pick up when I was real little. I could pick up a bottle of dish soap that was exactly the same size as me and carry it all over the place. And my mom would look at me funny and never could understand why.
mhm. Yeah, that's Andromedan. I think you're probably Yeah, that may be where we're related.
Oh, maybe.
Andromedan, very sturdy,
Yeah.
and we don't kill easy either. It's hard to kill
No.
us. So, yeah, I've noticed that.
Could be why there's actually something left of my soul after a soul eater had to go.
Mm, Mark is white belt. Okay.
I'm a whatever belt I feel like being.
I'm Belgian at chops belt. No, I'm kidding. Sergio tried to habituate the Sasquatch by feeding them Jack Link's beef jerky. Who is Sergio? Who's Sergio? You know what? I had a bridesmaid at my wedding. I think she was like 7.5 feet tall. Made me look kind of like a dwarf. I'm gonna have to get those pictures out someday and show you. I can't remember how tall she was. She was almost, maybe taller than that. She was nearly, she was, she was tall. That's all I'm gonna say. Uh, and she looked like a linebacker. She had shoulders like a linebacker, honestly. And when we first saw her from the back, we thought that she might be a guy dressed up as a woman. But when she turned around, it was obvious that she was a woman.
Wow.
She had huge shoulders, and we made friends. She was another Diana, and we got to talking and stuff. And she married someone with the same last name as my husband. It was weird, man. It was really weird. But she was at my wedding. I got pics.
Siblings.
I'll look up the pictures. But yes, I know there are very tall people, and they have a kind of a hard time though. It's rough being that tall, especially if you're a woman. And I mean, and it's very hard to find clothing that works for you. And honestly, if you're proportional, trying to find a bra is almost impossible.
Yep.
She had to have her bras made because, I mean, when you got a 20-pound tits or something, boobs. Where's Scotty? He would love this discussion. But, you know, I mean, it's very difficult, especially to be a woman, to be that tall. However, they she did find someone who just fell in love with her, which is so it's very possible. Um, and I'm really glad because she spent a long time alone. But yeah, I can only imagine. I know it was hard. I'm a tall girl, and it was difficult being that tall. Wow, you know.
Yep. See, at some point, I'm envious and I would love to be tall just to reach everything I can. But at the same time, I love the fact that I don't have to, normally anyway, duck for everything. I can walk right under everything.
Yeah, you're kind of a hobbit almost.
I'm like the perfect height to just walk under a majority of everything that bonks people in the head or
Hmm.
but I got
Yeah,
wide
I always
shoulders
had
too.
a friend like that. I always had a friend like that. I always had a friend like that. And between the two of us, we could reach everything just fine.
Yeah.
So, it was like, and we commiserated about trying to find clothes that would fit us right. Because if you're very short, you're also having a heck of a time. If you're very tall, you're having a heck of a time. So it's kind of difficult. Mm.
Well, I one of the jobs I used to have was working in fiberglass, and they had 500-pound barrels of resin. And I kid you not, on a good day, feeling good, I could move that. I've had to move it before out of my way because I needed to get to some resin, and a barrel was blocking mine. So I just didn't have time to have someone move it for me, so I just moved it myself.
Mm.
I just put all my muscles against it, leaned against it, and there we go.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think some of this is just people's minds that they can't do things. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But in times of need, people can do amazing things.
Yep.
Well, I wonder sometimes. Anyway, I am not wanting to be up like super, super late, but it was so much fun to have you the other night, and I really want to thank you. Like I said, I think whatever's going on in my abdomen, it seems like it may be changing now. I felt pretty good. I felt really good after that show. So, yeah, I think we got to do more of that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I
Definitely.
think we got to do some more shows together like that. So, well, I did some music. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up? Because we're coming up on 3 hours.
Oh, yeah. I guess, man, it doesn't even feel like it. Oh, now it's 12:12 for me.
Of
12:12.
course it doesn't feel like it. It never does.
And it's like, dang, where does the time go? And I tried explaining that to somebody, but then I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to go into time
Well,
because
I'm going to be on again. I might be on again
yeah,
on another day since I don't have any helper coming. Maybe we'll get together and come on like on an afternoon or something when you're off.
yeah, because
Try an
time would be a
afternoon.
great conversation at this moment
Okay.
to go in
So,
depth with and talk about.
everybody, we're going to be doing some healing type stuff. And, you know, I want you to feel better. I want y'all to feel better. So, I want everybody to feel better. I would love that. So, I'm going to say thank you so much for showing up, Angel Wings. Finally. No, thank you.
I know I intended on that shower only being 20 minutes, and they
I
and
will
everybody
be
else
that
thought
way with
differently.
you. It's it's okay. Maybe that's why it felt short, though. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, you know what? All of the usual stuff. Truth is where you find it. Hope you're finding some on this show. Um, and remember, you're divine. You are absolutely divine. And I will be seeing you again as soon as I can get on again. We'll be doing more. I think we'll be doing more collabs. If you would like to do a collab or know somebody who'd like to be on my show, you know where to find me, Ocean Diana at Gmail. And if I have seen you on the show often enough to get some idea of your personality, you might, much like Angel Wings, get my phone number. And then we can just talk, which that would be fine with me. Some of you, I would feel comfortable with that. Okay. Um, love you very much, my lovely soul Ohana. And I hope that wherever you are, that you have good weather, good dreams, and high vibes. Stay high vibe. Okay. And good night.
Good night, everybody.